Hi everyone, welcome once again to Connecting the Dot, the platform where we don't just scratch the surface, we dig deep, ask the hard question and peel back the layers of truths. I am Ibrahim Omarwasi, your host, your brother and your companion on this journey of truth, reason and radical reflection. Let the dot begin to connect, let the truth echo louder than propaganda, and let's chart a new path together. In today's segment, we are not merely dissecting exams results, we're examining the soul of our nation at the age of educational collapse. The recently released JAMB results for underage candidates are not just disappointing, they are disturbing. This is not just about schools, this is about our children, our future, and our country. And the question burning in every parent's heart should be, what are we doing to our children? The Joint Admission and Matriculation Board, JAMB 2025, it is indeed a national emergency. The numbers are in and they speak volume, not just of brilliance, but of a broken system trying to mask its wounds out of thousands of underage candidates. You see, only 467, just 1.16% scored over 320. 667, just 1.66% managed between 300 and 319. 4,665, just 11.59% landed between 250 and 299. A staggering 12,357. That's 30% score between 200 and 249. And here is where it gets painful. 15,978 candidates, 39.69% fell between 160 to 199 reach. 5,528 candidates scored between 140 to 159. Another 5,541 fell between 120 and 139. 30 children manage only 100 to 119. And the most heartbreaking of it all is 15 young minds score below 100. These aren't just school statistics. These are children. Some are as young as 13. Thrust into an exam built for 18 years old. Their minds still growing. Their identities still forming. And we must ask, why are they even here? The JAMB registrar, his voice cracking, his eyes heavy with regret, fought back tears as he publicly apologized for the errors that marked the 2025 UTME exams. Please take a look.
Despite being able to identify the source of the problem and the affected centers, we are conscious of the painful damage it has inflicted on the reputation of JAMB. As registrar of JAMB, I hold myself personally responsible including for the negligence of the service provider and I unreservedly apologize for it. And the trauma it has affected Nigerians to, directly or indirectly. Once again, we apologize and assure you that this incident represents a significant setback for the board's reputation. We remain committed to emerging stronger in our core values of transparency, fairness, and equity. It is our culture to admit error because we know that in spite of the best of our efforts, we are human. We are not perfect.
It wasn't just a confession of administrative failure. It was a real moment of vulnerability in a system often cloaked in arrogance. For millions of Nigerian families whose children's future hung in the balance, it was both a relief and a rebuke, a painful reminder that when systems fail, it is the innocent who bleed. Yet as he bowed his head before the cameras, one truth echoed louder than apology. We are failing our children. We have turned education into a race, a show of parental ego, a badge of societal pressure. JAMB is a one-day high-stake exam, but true education is a slow, deliberate journey. It demands patience, not panic. It rewards growth, not speed. But today's children are rushed through 6 years of primary in 4, secondary school in 5. Why? Because parents want to brag. My child entered university at 14. But at what cost? We are raising certified minds but not sound thinkers. When nearly 40% of underage candidates can score 200 and some sink as to low as 100, the child isn't the failure. The system is. With emotion still itches across his face, the JAMB registrar went further, announcing that some candidate will have to retake the exam due to compromised processes at specific centers, 45 in Lagos and staggering 208 in the Owerri zone.
Thank you. Thank you.
Please, no problem. We unanimously agree. Thank you. We unanimously agree that each state of the federation be sampled. No problem without solution. We have decided that all the candidates affected in the 157 centers of the 882 be contacted to retake their examinations. These candidates are to be contacted through text messages addressed to their registered phone number from tomorrow. Their email addresses, their profiles, and phone calls by JAMB. They are directed to reprint their examination slips for the rescheduled examination dates. Not all, but in these centers, and we have identified them. While not oblivious of the fact that WAEC examinations are ongoing, we have contacted WAEC, and in an unprecedented show of solidarity, the Council has graciously decided to, as much as possible, accommodate us within the WAEC time slot. You know, after JAMB, UTME, we start SSCE of WAEC from 1st of May. This is their own period. After that, there will be NECO. After that, there will be NAPTEP. So there is no space between now and July to retake. So we now felt that if we speak to WAEC, WAEC is just starting the practical this week. And this is the only space available for us to be accommodated between now and July. And we do not want to extend the torture beyond June and July. So we then decided unanimously that we should do what is possible to deploy the examination for the affected center on Friday, Saturday, and Monday for Lagos. But for the East, we will do whatever is possible because of Monday, because of Sunday. We will see what we can do in the Southeast for Friday and Saturday. And we are also hopeful that part of Tuesday in the afternoon, when they will have finished Igbo, Efik, and Yoruba that they have, we can also utilize.
The revelation landed like thunder across the nation. It wasn't just about numbers. It was about the psychological toll on young minds who had already endured the pressure once. In a country where education is a lifeline for the poor and a passport for the ambitious, this development casts a heavy shadow. This is not a statistic problem. This is a national crisis. And it called for urgent, unapologetic action. First, JAMB must set and enforce a minimum age requirement. The gifted can be supported. The unready must be protected. Second, our schools must stop prioritizing memorization over thinking. Let us raise investors, not robots, trained for recall. Third, parents and institutions must stop treating children as trophies. Let kids grow at their natural rhyme. And finally, the government must step up, invest in teachers, retool classrooms, and replace 1980s syllabi with 21st century realities. Because if 39.69% of underage candidates are already struggling, what does that say about the general population? Nigeria isn't just failing its children, we are failing ourselves. We prioritize political campaigns over classrooms, parties over pedagogy, and then act surprised when the result reflects our neglect. To the 15 children who scored below 100, you are not your score. The system failed you, but your journey is not over. Keep going, the world still needs your voice. And to the 467 top scorers, congratulations. But remember, your brilliance is a tool, not a trophy. Build, don't boast. Lead, don't lot. Nigeria, we are at the crossroads. A nation that treats its children like machines is at war with its own soul. We need an education system that respects childhood, rewards curiosity, and raises thinkers. Because if we don't act now, we will end up with a generation clutching degrees in one hand and emptiness in the other. Now, let's turn our attention to another set of crucial data, the National Examination Council, NECO 2024, where state-by-state performance and registration paint a different kind of maps. According to the board's latest reports, Kano State recorded the highest number of registered candidates, with a staggering 147,264 candidates. That's 57,877 more than Lagos, which took second place with 89,387 candidates. Kano alone registered 39,160 more candidates than the entire Southeast region, which recorded 108,104 across 5 states. At the bottom of the chart sit KB State, with just 5,433 candidates, a 141,831 difference from Kano. What does this tell us? Volume does not always mean excellence. Because when we talk performance, Abia State leads the nation. Out of 10,856 candidates who sat for the exam, 10,404 scored 5 credit and above, an impressive 95% success rate. In Kano, 104,825 out of 146,917 candidates passed with 5 credit and above, a commendable 71.35%. Lagos followed with 91.74%. That's 81,520 out of 88,585 students crossing the benchmark. Overall, 14 states had over 90% pass rates. 14 more states recorded between 80 to 89%. 7 states fell within the 70 to 79% range. And sadly, just 1 state recorded only 60% of its candidates achieving the 5 credit benchmark. This is the other side of educational coin. Registration numbers shows access. Performance tells us about quality, and quality is what we must pursue relentlessly, north to south, east to west. Today, let's remember the future sits in our classrooms. Let us fix the foundation. Let us rebuild with purpose. Because the destiny of this nation will not be written in the oil field or in ballot boxes, but in the minds of our children. And if we choose to act boldly, urgently, and together, then maybe, just maybe, Nigeria will raise with a generation that's truly ready to lead. This is our moment. Let's fix this. With that, we come to the end of today's episodes. This is Connecting the Dot, the voice of New Africa. I am Ibrahim Umarwasi. Let the dots continue to connect. Until next time.